Hey, hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. Here's our Sunday roundup of all the videos that came out last week, in case you missed any, and some of them could be helpful. I'm actually in a different location. I've been working out of Wayne County, Pennsylvania this weekend, since the latter part of last week, doing workshop and team building and meeting some claimants who had some specific questions and we're in the area. So it was all good. And I'll be here a little bit longer. But anyway, so I'm actually gonna roll this out from here. So it is timely for you. I'm in Lakeville, Pennsylvania. Yeah, up by Lake Wallenpaupack. For those of you that don't know it, it's beautiful up here. Okay, so on Monday the 2nd, and I'm going to try to scroll through these so I can see them. So I'm looking down, that's why. The first thing that came out on Monday, it was about those bad reasons some people have for not filing for Social Security Disability or SSI when they probably should be, and how usually it's based on misinformation. And here I'm throwing out the 10th bad reason. It was actually an added reason because the first 9, which I haven't even gotten through them all yet, but they were part of an article I did explaining them for a periodical up here. And someone had messaged me about the bad reason involving veterans and how they don't and how they should think twice. So I wanted to put that into a quick video since that wasn't even part of that article. On Tuesday, October 3rd, it's kind of like a lengthier explanation of what the duties of a representative payee are. A lot of you out there, I know, have to do that for one of your loved ones. Or sometimes you have a representative payee. So it's kind of important that you know what they're supposed to be doing for you. So it is the obligations of a representative payee. Sometimes it can be a thankless job. But if it's not somebody who is an institutional company that is approved by the SSA, so if it's a loved one doing it for you, or you are doing it for a loved one, there is no pay involved. It's completely out of the goodness of your heart, and there's a lot of responsibility that has to be had with it, so you don't get yourself up in a jam with an overpayment of benefits for that beneficiary that you could be on the hook for. So really important stuff. On October 4th, so that would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we were, I was sharing some information about how a beneficiary can really get themselves screwed up if they do the honorable and life quality improving endeavor of working part-time after they prevail. And I totally support that. And I work with people to help them do it smartly, safely, within the rules. When people just go and do it and they put their head in the sand about the rules, and they go from, say, part-time, maybe that was permissible, and they start adding hours and all this stuff, and how it will catch up to you. The SSA will find out about it. Not that anyone is necessarily trying to hide it from them, but people stop thinking and they stop realizing that when you're collecting insurance benefits or SSI, which is not insurance benefits, but the welfare program, you have obligations like any insurance claim we make. Remember, you're claiming it every month. You have to be within the guidelines and the rules to do so. So that was a kind of a real life example of someone who I haven't talked to in several years, but out of the blue, they contacted me now because this is what has happened. And I thought it was looking a little unfortunate for them. So I wanted to share that so that it might be a cautionary tale for other people. Okay, so that was the 4th. Another thing came out on the 4th. This one was not, this was kind of an off the cuff ad hoc thing separately, because the SSA had made a big announcement and I wanted to get it out there in a timely fashion. It had to do with overpayments, which is kind of like what this gentleman might be dealing with the working outside the scope of what you can do. But separately and aside, SSA I thought it was a big, huge announcement. Particularly the part, there's a part about how they're going to be changing some process to maybe help prevent so much overpayments from occurring. So that was on the 4th. So Monday, Tuesday, that was Wednesday. Thursday, the 5th, it was a twofer video. It just ended up being that way because I was just kind of going on. it was some certain tips on what to do with reconsideration so you can improve your chances of winning on reconsideration. And the other one was, where is it? If you are on the side where the SSA wants you to have a representative payee, not where you're going to be someone else's representative payee, which was the video a couple days prior to that, how you can sometimes overcome that. It's not necessarily carved in stone. And also you should know that it might not be carved in, it might be carved in stone today, but not a year from now. So it can be an ever-changing desire of the SSA, depending on how you present yourself as to why it shouldn't be, if that's what you think. Okay, so that was the 5th. And also on the 5th, and again, this is because the SSA put it out on the 5th, so I wanted to get it right out there. They shared some information about an organization that helps veterans receive free mental health treatment. I guess that would be outside of the VA. So if they want to share it, I want to help get it out there. And then anyone who wants to do their due diligence with it and use the service or not use the service, I just want to make sure you're aware of it. Okay, so that was the 5th. That would be Thursday. So the 6th, I was touching on the function report. You know, the function report is so important. It was about question number 8 because working with someone on one of those this week, it came up about answers regarding the pet care we give to our, usually our furry critters, and some mistakes people make that you might want to try to avoid. They're unnecessary mistakes, and you can be accurate and responsive to the question without necessarily making it bad for yourself. So that was function report question number 8, and that was on Friday. And then on Saturday, the 7th, it was about how Social Security retirements, collecting it, can affect, and depending on your employer's long-term disability policy benefits that you've been collecting. So you're going to want to take a look at that. If you are thinking of filing for Social Security retirement early, how it may affect now what you get from your employer's LTD policy. Yeah. It won't necessarily affect everybody, but you have to know to go find out if it is before you file it, because it might end up being a complete wash. Yeah. Okay. So that was our Sunday roundup, guys, for the whole last week from October 2nd to, what did I say? October 7th. Yeah, yesterday. Okay. So that's it. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a great week. I'm having a great time up here. It was great to meet people. And, you know, who knows? Who knows where I'll be next? Last week it was Ohio. I don't really do this too terribly often. I'm usually in East Stroudsburg or Harrisburg, because that's where we're kind of living closest to. But sometimes we want to take a little excursion and, you know, do some workshops elsewhere. All right. Just on a weekend. All right. Ciao, guys. Have a great week. Bye.